All right, I'm here with John Rosen. My first question for you is, are you okay with aggressive random searches performed by law enforcement at airports and train stations?
At airports and train stations, I am.
Why?
Well, I think that you sort of sign a social contract when you're on mass transit and you give up your right to basically have private personal property because the good of the many outweighs the good of the few.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you.
All right, first question. Are you okay with aggressive random searches performed by law enforcement at airports and train stations?
I'm okay with them as far as, protecting the airplane and everything else. Depending on aggressive, no, I wouldn't be okay with aggressive searches of people and their baggage based upon just a random check.
All right, second question. Should search warrants need to specifically state what items are to be seized?
I'm not really sure. I think they at least need to be specific enough that law enforcement doesn't just have a blanket approach. They need to have some specificity, but I'm not enough of an expert to say whether it should be absolutely specific search and seizure provisions.
Second question. Should search warrants need to specifically state what items are to be seized?
I think there are cases where they should be specifically stated, and maybe some cases where they shouldn't be specifically stated. As far as specifically stated, just so that way they can't just go take things, and accuse the wrong person based on circumstances. But I could see where it would be good for them not to be specifically stated, whereas if they go into a scenario where they're searching for one thing that they know the person is charged of and they find something else, that's a highly different crime.
All right, third question. Do you believe that citizens must forfeit some of their rights for the government to effectively fight against terrorism and potential mass shootings?
Yes.
Why?
It's like my earlier answer. It's popular to say that everybody has the right to unfettered freedom, but again, it's like yelling fire in a crowded movie. The implications are greater upon all of society than against just yourself. So I think in those circumstances, that again, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the wants of the few.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Third question. Do you believe that citizens must forfeit some of their rights for the government to effectively fight against terrorism and potential mass shootings?
No, I do not agree with that at all. There's no reason any law-abiding citizens should ever have to forfeit their rights. That'd be no different than taking driving privileges away from people that have committed no driving crimes just to prevent car accidents. It just breaches upon a whole nother principle of the government just taking away rights that American citizens are deserving of.